Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fableheim and Iratus, Wrath of the Necromancer, on Eternal Harvest 3. We resume our grim harvest, where we left it off last time in the middle of the Catacombs. Well, nearing the end of the Catacombs, we have chosen our fate, our path, and it is to walk forward praying to the dark gods for relief. Actually, our path might change a little bit now that I'm looking at. But anyway, we're going to be hitting this coffin and this coffin. That's the only guarantee I have for you. Because we are still looking, of course, for the ashes of the Burned Witch and or Spider Mandibles. And we have a few more now that I would like to see, courtesy of everyone's tremendous excitement over Gustav. I'm glad that you're all excited to see something new, because I am too. So maybe wondering what new thing would be helpful with Gustav. Well, glad you asked. It is the Coward's Foot. This is courtesy of Josh Madden. The Coward's Foot with Gustav over the second brain would allow us to have 2 turns on the first turn. So we can either, what I would probably do with it on Eternal Harvest is double trench load. First turn, we have 2 block and ward, and we have plus 100% for the next attack, and that should also proc double mechanical aim, which Solus had great insight for the mechanical aim that I didn't realize for whatever reason, and that is, it says the bonus is removed if the zombie changes position. I thought that meant if the zombie moved at all, but Solus said that wasn't how it worked, and it will remove your debuff if the zombie himself moves, which is how the Bride's Overwatch works. So, for example, we have Gustav, of course, in the first position to be here looking all intimidating. But if our Fair Lady of Izalith were to use her Poison Web to move forward, she is the character moving, not Gustav. So Gustav would retain his stacks of mechanical aim. We can work with that. It is worth noting, though, that if we do use his Cannonball Wrath ability, that is him moving, so it will remove all of our mechanical aim stacks, so we should use that with caution. With caution. I think that was everything. Oh yes, Scott, again, had some wonderful fun with a hyper carry zombie. The difference was that his zombie, instead of Whistling Buckshot, which I chose for the higher damage scaling, he had Plentiful Buckshot, which hits everyone, which I guess 20% in the grand scheme of things is not a huge deal, but I also wanted the 1 resistance. I don't know, I'm weird. But also, more powder into even more powder. This, of course, retains the 100% damage bonus and gives 20 accuracy, so you really don't need to put any accuracy at all. And Scott found that if his zombie could survive 3 to 4 turns, it would just blow everything up. Nothing would survive. They'd all be dead. And that's hilarious. Of course, 3 to 4 turns is 6 to 8 turns for us because we took trench loading, but I do think Gustav surviving on this difficulty is slightly more important than him hitting really hard. And on that note, it's time we use this epic blood, this legendary blood, because we're committing to Gustav. So with that, we're going to max out our armor and max out our attack. Just kidding. We climb the scale towards maxing out our attack. Do I do this? Do I press this button? No, right? I probably want to get our Digger Souls to 200 so we can expand something. That's probably what I'm going to do. So we'll save this to continue leveling up attack. Oh, Fair Lady. I always feel bad about spending 4 stat points to get 1 increase. Feels bad. Soufflatus. Where are we at? Soufflatus. What were we doing? More attack. We can also wait for a block reward. That's probably what we should do. Be responsible for once. More attack. So before we march on into combat, we did find the Spirit Spear last time. Every time a killing blow is received, and this can be by dot damage, the killer will get 3% increased damage, stacking up to 10 times. So let's take a quick look at what everyone is standing at. Everyone's standing. That's how that phrase is supposed to go. Sekhmet has 3 stacks, 9% damage increase. Good job, Sekhmet. A Fair Lady of Izalith has 2. Kind of irrelevant, but her spider venom does occasionally kill something. And Gustav is sitting at 2. This one's going to need to increase. So we should probably try and focus to get Gustav some kills if we feel like we're not in danger. And of course, Suflatus took them all for himself. 10 stacks. Suflatus is properly stacked. So, yeah. We should probably be giving him some stuff so we can max out his block and ward so he has a higher chance of surviving, but that's okay. We can do all that later.
Finally, this item finds its way into my capable...
We have yet to sacrifice any of our artifacts to the Dark Gods. Actually, I might have done one. I don't remember. But we're hoarding onto these to prove the theory that you can only have one type of artifact at a time. So we can't, like, find 2 alchemist rings, for example. So we're using this to funnel down the choices of potential artifacts we can get to find the spirit armor and or other desirable shenanigans. Also, because we have obtained blood magic, I'm pretty content with this tree. And I think now we'll be moving on to alchemy, not alchemy, magic, to obtain the Finger of Death. With our current build, this is going to be bonkers. Because of course we can just Finger of Death and then instantly Suflatus can cut off their head with a Scythe of Oblivion, restore all of our mana, and we can do it again! It's going to be great. A little cheesy, but great. Everyone loves cheese. Except perhaps the, the lactose intolerant amongst us. Sorry. How do I want to do this? So the Shadow Elf, this is the first time we've seen him, the Elite Shadow Elf. Recovers vigor equal to 25% of the damage dealt. He's kind of like a partial support, partial spellcaster. How do I want to do this? What I'd really like to do is remove everyone's ward and then stick them in their place with the poison webs. That's what I'd like to do. But doing that will give 50%... Okay, we can do that. Right? Yes. Because remember, the spell goes off before the feature goes off. Okay. And now...
Make them suffer.
We don't let the Blade Mistress do anything. She is the most terrifying of all the things present at the moment. We could also recover some of our mana. No. Gustav. Make room for Big Boom. Yes. Make room for Big Boom indeed. The only real concern with the Shadow Elf is that if he does something, there's not even a point in me using Poison Web now. Feels bad. If he buffs something, because he can apply a buff that...
Hope there will still be enough left to reanimate.
I need to remove this one block. I can, of course, do that. That is something that can be done. What if I just kill her? The Shadow Elf can apply a buff that causes the damaging attacks of any of his friends to heal them. That's really the only thing I don't like here. For the Shadow Elf, anyway. Although he will slowly kill us. Pretty sure the Elite Blade Mistress is dead next turn. Dying to Suflatus, of course, which is not what we wanted, but that's okay. No big deal. No big. Am I just delaying for the Shadow Elf's turn? Yes. Except you. Keep buffing. Owie. Suflatus will be fine. Probably. Probably fine. Alright, Shadow Elf.
Take everything from those you defended.
What am I doing with this thing? The golden golem. I don't know. I could remove her resistance, but I don't know if that actually helps me at all. I don't think it does. You're in reaping range, but do I want you to be in reaping range? What if I reap you and then shoot? wonder how much damage this will do.
Death predestined.
I'm sure it'll be fine. This 50% damage thing won't matter at all.
Extinction of life.
Well, we got one kill for Gustav. Airplane? What are you doing here? Ow. I'm sure it'll be fine. See, it was fine. And now we just shoot you. Aww. Oh. Okay.
A sad display for mortal kind.
Hey look, the acid glands. I just got a flashback. Light armor. Ugh. Of rolling all of the 12.5% chances to stun. And missing them all. Felt bad. Attack. Max attack. Does that actually help me? I don't know. Have some ward. Ward helps prevent more shenanigans. With your 8 points, we leveled up twice there. I guess we armor and resistance. Sure. I would like to see, I was talking with Solos with this as well. Some of the older creations, they scale up armor and resistance super slow like this. I'd like to see them kind of rebalance this. Because even the zombie scales 2 at a time. Like, really? The zombie? Oh well. They've been making minor tweaks to armor and resistance, but I think it's time for something slightly more. The sharpened bone! Yes! Okay, so we got the salamander skin. Any character that attacks this minion receives 40 magic damage. The spiked head. Any character that attacks this minion receives 40 stress damage. Sensing a trend here. With these 2 items, my favorite character at all to use these on was the skeleton with his original stance where he would just paint a target on himself. And anyone would be more likely to attack him, and then he would counterattack with his stance, and he would have the effect of the spiked head or salamander skin. Solus and I were slightly reminiscing over that nostalgia. With the salamander skin, I've also tried it on the Bone Widow. Black Widow. Because, of course, with her spiky cocoon, she hits them for physical damage. So what if she hit them for both physical and magical damage? And because this is blocked by resistance or reduced by resistance, it was kind of subpar. Although it was kind of nifty to see things lose both block and ward for punching a Black Widow. But anyway, we're taking the Sharpened Bones. The minion's abilities ignore both block and ward.
A dark collecting.
There is a build that I have wanted to try for my entire existence with the Sharpened Bones. Oh, I'm missing one piece, I think. I'm missing 2 pieces. I'm missing one really important piece. Okay. Well, we'll be looking for that in a minute. Uh-oh. Rah-rah.
Ah, the smell of successful alchemy.
Alright, Necromantic Flask for more spell power. Should I actually... No, we'll just whip. I want to save the flask for a boss. Like, it's not the best boss item, but it's not the worst boss item. 197 Digger Souls, so we're going to go ahead and... potion make. Here, this should be nifty. I'm sure it'll do something.
Perfection takes time and proper ingredients.
We'll just do that. That's fine. Say hello to the Elite Worm. It is a dragon. It has over 1,000 hit points, and it is horrifying. Does not move, cannot be, or does not escape, it cannot be moved, takes a 2 position, immune to stress. So, the good news here is that we actually don't have to fight a living armor for once in our life. So we can spam all of the magical stuff in the world.
Madness manifest.
It is beautiful. With Suflatus, however, what are we doing? We could ignite it. Guess that's our move? Huh. There's not actually a whole lot I want to do with Suflatus. Oh. There's also no point in me doing that, really. Well, there's a point, but there's not much of a point. Because, of course, I can't inflict... I don't know what that was, but I don't want to know either. I guess the best use here is going to be Our Fair Lady. Just because of this ginormous mana pool, this thing. Like, it's gargantuan. Guess I can set you on fire. No, I can't. I could recover my mana. I could also slap. So many options. It might actually be in our interest to start reaping. This. Chosen enemy in the next position. I could technically drop this. That's a lot of ignition damage. This hits all 3, though. So many decisions. Alright. Or by all 3, I mean... it would hit the thing and the person. Warrior Bones would have been really nifty then. Any buffs? Not one I want to remove. I guess I could slap and then... Need the thingy though. I don't want to move. Yeah, I'll move this way. I want to poison webbed, but I also don't. Know what I mean? Jelly bean. Because I want to reap. But if I spend 20 wrath, I'm not reaping. So. Yep. You're insane. Not the right kind of insane, though. Betrayal. You are the right kind of insane. You just didn't do it. It's fine. How big is this? 162. I think you're dead. I think you're DED dead. According to the quick maps.
As worthless as you were in life, you will be worth something in death.
Nailed it. Here. Now I'm gonna reap you. Okay. Well, I would. Here, hit me. Actually, whatever. Kill? If I bombard, how much bonus damage do I have? Alright, we'll bombard, sure. I wonder how fate works with this. We determined that it doesn't work, right? Okay.
Madness manifest.
And yeah, we did keep our mechanical aim, even though we moved about it quite a bit. So that's good. Now we're going to kill both these with bombardment. How cute. This is magic. Magic, okay. So we'll... That could kill it. I can't do any other magical damage. Please don't die. Oh wait, yes I can. Ooh, nailed that.
Being born was your first mistake.
Wunderbar.
Opposing me? Your last.
And we got the Humanorium thing and the hook. Meh. And more whoop spikes. I have all the spikes in the world. Let's see. Nailed it. Third floor complete. This is the only one I was missing. Where is it? Show me so I may... Wrong floor. Fourth floor complete. The Elite Worm. You sod. 4 block and ward. That's like 6 floor stuff. So it ignites. Okay, this is a single target. To the targeted minion and the one behind it. Okay. 65% ignition. Removes all buffs from the target. And it removes all armor and resistance. Ugh. Poor Gustav. Magical attack that pulls forward and debuffs minus 20 accuracy, minus 12 attack, and minus 12 dread. I think that he was trying to apply that to Sekhmet. Wow. It's freaking rude, man. Alright, with 259 Taker Souls. The Abode? I kind of want the Abode. Not only because we expend a lot of wrath, but,
You, my bloody hand, I of vengeful eyes.
the Sharpened Bone build that I want to do real bad requires a lot of wrath. Ja-ja! Perfecto. Gustav? More initiative. I want to cap this. I also want to max your attack, but we can't have everything all at once. Uh-oh. Failed experiment elite Warden. Stormbringer and Conjuress. This is going to be a really scary team. Really?
Spells, hexes, curses, all are at my command.
Sauron was a single target stress attack. I like Slake with Darkness, which is the next one. It stress attack that hits all things, but I use it more for dispelling wards more than, you know, actual stress damage. Maybe I should toy around with using those as actual stress damage. But hey.
It's no goal, but it will do.
Removing wards is a far more useful purpose. I didn't use any of my potions either. If you would be so kind, good sir. Get over here. Alright, so. The fear. There's actually quite a bit of fear here. The failed experiment. Forgot we haven't seen one of these yet. The failed experiment has a tremendous amount of health. I didn't mean to say health. He has a sizable amount of health, but he has a tremendous amount of damage, sitting at 92 to 118. But his accuracy sucks. It's at 69%. Giggity. So if he can reduce that even further, good on you. His luck is also mediocre. But he's very much like the stone golems from the first floor, where if you can evade them, they're pretty much useless, so that's one way to deal with these. They also explode. If it has less than 25% vigor, it self-destructs, dealing 100% magical damage to all minions, and it also doesn't leave a part when it self-destructs, which might be the worst part about this. The Stormbringer, Stormcaller, we're just not going to let him buff, and of course the Conjuress sets people on fire, and the Elite Warden, immunity buffs. So many pesky problems this time. Where do they all keep coming from? The failed experiment has less sanity than it does vigor, so that might actually be a good avenue of destruction if you so choose. Screw you. Aw, that connected? Oh yeah, I forgot we have no evasion, that's right. Evasion is not our team's thing. Just not. We could Venom, but I think we're going to have to go ahead and do a thing here. Oh, it's luck and evasion. I don't know why I thought that was accuracy as well. If I do enough damage with this, can I reap you? Maybe?
You will soon embrace your new
Let's find out.
existence.
Nope. Yep. That was a lot of damage. I like that you can crit that. That's nifty. Alright, now we can focus down the Conjuress. Wait, how many things do you have? One? I'm gonna need to dispel here in a second. Boop.
End of magic.
This mark, by the way, does a ton of magic. It is not good for your well-being. Ton of magic damage. No bueno. And that needs to go. One more? One more. Then we go boom with the buckshot. Boom with the buckshot. Buckshot boom. I like the alliteration there. No. 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 Can I dispel this?
End of magic.
Okay. Delay. Interrupt. I didn't want to get moved because that would have ruined my mechanic. What if I just ignore it? No! You bitch.
Carve open their husks.
They've ruined everything. Everything. I think she's just dead as well. Yep, she's dead.
This never gets old.
He ruined everything. Fine. Yeah. This stance thing. Oh, right, you can't be cursed. I really need you to not be in this, bro. I'm gonna delay. So I can make sure he doesn't re-enter the stance. Then we're gonna poke him to death. That was super annoying, but we did it.
Madness manifest.
111 to 116 attack with no trench loading stacks. It's beautiful. Unfortunately, our fair lady can't do a whole lot of anything. So, we'll just leave her there.
As your suffering ends, your service begins.
Ooh, a hex bomb. Me. Me. Steal? We all know what we're doing, right? Iratus.
My magic will shake the very foundations of this world.
And now it's time for the finger of death. Really? Really? You're really gonna do this to me? So, I'm a little torn here. The reason being, going this direction opens us up to 2 sacrificial altars, which could be very useful. I was going to go this way because the item I need for the sharpened bone build is a cultist item. I know, right? We hit so many cultists and I never picked it up because I'm just a dum-dum. But, it's fine. Whatever. I'm sure we'll find many more cultists on the next floor if history is bound to repeat itself. Did I pick up anything for this? No. Good. Alright. Let's sack a lich. I want more mana regen because we're using a lot of it now.
Might I use this one sparingly if I care for my minions?
This skin is awesome. Like, it's so good I kind of just want a lich.
The dead don't get to rest.
I do have a lich name suggestion. I think it's a band or something. Maybe. I don't know. Based on some of the replies, it might be, it's not a band, it's a lifestyle sort of thing. What are we doing with you? Sekhmet. Have some luck and evasion, sure. It takes 16 points to get a Blanker to get your final Blanker ward. You're gonna need some legendary items for that, my dear. Alright, let's go to the cultists, or the altar. We're gonna sack more of Kiervet's. So, we're fighting a living armor elite, abomination thingy, and another worm. I'm sensing a trend here. How are your stacks looking, Gustav? 7. Oh, we're almost there. 4, 10, 3. Ooh, Sekhmet hasn't gotten any today. Poor Sekhmet. Of course, once you get all the, once you get all of your stacks, you don't really need to keep it equipped anymore. You can just put it away until you find more friends to buff.
Take everything from those you defended.
Now this is slightly more of an annoying composition. Ow. Because the living armor is here and I can't actually cast spells without buffing it. But hey. It's fine. I am scared of no ghost. I might pop the trap actually. Because if I do that... Math? How does it work? I could have also just delayed my turn, but I want to reap. I want to scythe its face off. Yes. Good. I'm glad that missed. This unlucky was super lucky for me.
Toss them in with the rest.
Off with your hand. Okay. And now... This was applying venom. I had to think about that for a second. I could move up with Suflatas. Kind of afraid of it though. What if I just wait? I could do this again. There's not much of a point though. Lots of waiting today. Den paciencia. Do I just go. Like, I ain't scared of no ghosts type of go.
Madness manifest.
Sure. Why not? 97 and 98, huh? Not fantastic. But not terrible. I could delay and then fate this. Okay. I think that guarantees the kill for the worm. So we delay. Fate. I might just kill you.
Perish.
Ooh. Right there. Okay. That's a lot of damage. Okay. GG.
Another step towards my eternal kingdom.
I think that was a little tricky, but we kind of just reached that point in the fight where we were at the top of the hill and then just went whoosh, off with all of your heads. I ain't scared. A no ghost. Might also wait for this next block. 7 stat points. As greedy as I am. As greedy as I am. 6/6. It's time for a quest. Everyone's favorite part of the video game. Shall we get something?
A skeleton will clean up this mess later.
Shall we be rewarded, or shall we suffer in the pit of nothingness? Time to find out. Ever since you slaughtered your way through the underground, you have been wondering where the humans were putting their convicts and prisoners now. Today, it seems your question is partially answered, as you stumble upon a bunch of magical cages with raving wizards locked away inside. Potential future experiments, then. You consider your options carefully. You could just continue on, but maybe you can find a use for this unexpected find, providing you're willing to free a bunch of lunatic spellcasters. So if we had McLaughton with us, we could influence these mages, but we don't. We can free them, or we can leave them be. Nothing lost, nothing gained. Okay. Obviously, I'm going to kill them. You nullify the magic, keeping the lunatic situation... the lunatic wizards captive, and after releasing a mad laugh, they fall upon your minions. Do these guys look familiar? They should. They're from the first floor. I don't know what to do. I'm just going to hide in the cocoon. Oh yeah, they do that. Okay. It's fine. I don't care. I wish you had a multi-attack. Now, the only AoE Wrath ability I have is the,
Give them no mercy.
the Black Widows, which is not particularly helpful. Wow. 7 HP. 7 HP. This is not a particularly hard fight, by the way.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Easy. I think this should kill them all, because they'll just move forward each time. Beautiful.
My will is a tide that will wash away your pathetic civilizations.
Book. After dispatching the mages, you find yourself with a fresh supply of body parts. But more interesting is that you discover there was something causing their madness. A tiny stone placed in the center of the cage, coated in the intricate carving of worms. It crumbles the moment you try to pick it up, but a lingering presence empowers your minions. 20% more damage for the next 2 battles, and a bunch of parts. Hashtag worth. Part of me almost wanted to skip that because I thought it was just going to be a waste of time.
Now I will make mortals tremble before me. Well, even more than previously.
Mostly because we've done that quest before, but It was not a waste of time. It was totally worth it. And now, we're going to go fight 2 constructs, an elite Shadow Elf, and an elite Blade Mistress. Everyone knows what the priority target is here, right? If you said elite Blade Mistress, you were correct. Congratulations. If you're now wondering why I'm killing the Shadow Elf, well, you've asked the good question. And the answer is complicated. While the Blade Mistress is indeed our priority target, I do not want her in the front line. At all. Nope, nowhere near it. In fact, the sooner that she can go away, ow, the better this is going to be for everyone involved. Part of me didn't want to do that. And yet here we are. And yet, are we here just to suffer? Ow! I guess I'm going back to the cocoon. Oh. Ow! This might not be worth it, but I'm going to try. I mean, maybe. It might have been worth it. Now we just kind of have to kill this living armor, like, right meow? Right meow. I'm going to do this one more time. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Not too shabby. I think I know what to do now. Can I one-shot you? Well, let's give it a shot.
Death predestined.
This is gonna hurt if I don't kill you. I could guarantee the kill with light caliber.
Become part of the breathless tide.
Or I could just believe in myself. Believe in the heart of the car. Ow. Did you remove my... Oh, you... That is unfortunate. I don't like you, lady. I could have faded and killed her there. Meh. Hello, and goodbye. It's very rude of you. Removing my mechanical aim buffs.
Mine is the winning side.
That hurt a lot. The Archmage Pendant, each round of combat. Iratus recovers 5 mana. I love this thing. Oh, it's so good. There are new items. There are new artifacts. That one and the horn.
Behold my work.
That give you resources at the end of every turn. They're so good. They're just ridiculously good. I should wait 1 point. I want to press this so bad, but I know I shouldn't. I know I should wait for the block. I really do. I know it in my bones. I know it to be the truth. Hey, Kyodovets. Do me good, huh? Where are you? Right there. Do me good. There are a few items I'll take this time. I think I'm gonna do this as well. As I mentioned, we are expending more mana. So building this is probably a good idea.
You know, the dead do surprisingly good construction work.
I might just be done building now, actually. Show me, Kyodovets. Ooh. That is the unique item for the Unfrozen. It's actually really good, I think. At the start of each turn, the Unfrozen receives +1 initiative until the end of battle. The reason why it's particularly good on the Unfrozen is because of his feature, where if the initiative of the Unfrozen is higher than that of the target, deals an additional 5% for each point of difference. And of course, the Unfrozen can reduce initiative himself with his Q and his ult. You get that -5. But he also, if you don't want to do that, he synergizes quite well with the Fair Lady, who can do it herself, or the Fallen Dompier, who can remove all initiative with her little trap. Of course, not quite as useful as removing everyone's initiative with the Black Widow, but it works. It works. Construct, Elite Blade, Mistress, Sorceress, and Conjuress. What an annoying combat this is going to be.
It embellishes my undead features.
What are you up to now? 9. Gustav is 1 away. Ooh, we're catching up. We're almost done. Then I have to put it back on for the next build. Alrighty then. Welcome to the front line, Sorceress. We can also dispel, because there's no living armor. Dispel with impunity. That's the word. Without consequence. So let's do that. Yes? No. Yes? No. It's a waste. Well, let's do this. We're going to focus the Blade Mistress, because she's going to move up to the front line, she's going to get into her stance, and then it's going to be super annoying. Oh, interesting. Coward's Foot would have been great too. It kind of just Ow. The Coward's Foot kind of just accelerates our plans. I need you to tick for damage, so hold that thought.
My kingdom comes.
All right, Gustav is probably going to let her fly next turn. Annoying. Is this double stack? Yeah, no.
End of magic.
I don't think so. No. Just no.
Ooh, this one voided its bowels just as it died.
Lady, get over here. Why do you gotta make my life so miserable? I could delay and then execute the sorceress. I think we're gonna go ahead and give her the zapping treatment. I don't know what that was.
Don't know why. There's no sun up in the sky. Bony weather incoming.
Lol. None of you can stop what's about to happen. Here. And boop.
Good, good. More materials. Ooh, I didn't think it would be this easy.
I decided to drop a Potion of Vulnerability on her just for the lulz, really. Maybe I should have gone to the Cocoon to heal. Meh. Meh. That's fine. I have lots of flasks. 41 flasks. Holy crap. And finally, the Finger of Death.
With knowledge and will comes victory.
All right, everyone. Pack her up. We're done. We've won the game. We've gone and done it again. I want to upgrade something into a legendary, and I think we're doing it on Sekhmet. That would... I almost pressed the attack button. Honestly, Suflatus needs a lot more stats than anyone else. For max attack and for all this armor and resistance that he can scale for no reason whatsoever. And I'm sure there's a reason. Probably. The golden statue, the failed experiment, the Conjuress, and the elite shadow. No. There, whatever.
Fetching.
Literally don't care. Just throw the Hex Bomb. Doesn't matter who it's against. So you want to see why I picked up the Finger of Death? You're going to love it. It's great. Don't worry. I know you're all super excited. Oh, you didn't generate any wrath for me. It's fine. 'Tis fine. I need a little bit more wrath. Give me wrath or give me death. I actually have a wrath potion here, so I can use that. Well, is that good or bad for me? Well, thanks for the wrath. Alrighty then. Here we go.
death.
Predestined. And that, my friends, is why the finger of death is good. And of course, like I said, with Iratus, we just have enough wrath to sever their heads. Literally 0 thought required. Now, I'm a little concerned about the failed experiment here. But that's a problem that we can get to once we've gotten around to it. Know what I mean? A jelly bean. Please don't hit the fair lady. Okay. It kinda hurt. Kinda hurt. This berserk is mildly problematic. Mildly. Yep.
Brave are an excellent source of fresh corpses.
Unlucky. That's lucky for us. Alright.
Don't know why. There's no sun up in the sky. Bony weather incoming.
That wasn't quite as much as I wanted. I didn't fade him, but it's fine. Time to slap. I guess this is fine, whatever. Boop. Have some crit.
This will be your
159 damage. That's what I like to see in the Standard of Darkness. We saw how many of those, and the Vagrant's Rags, wow. All of the pieces are coming together at the very end. The Vagrant's Rags is usually one of the first items you find, actually, so I'm kind of surprised it took us this long to get it. Increases the chance to receive uncommon or better parts by 25%, so it is an item for farming your way through the floors to increase your creations.
war needs its generals.
There you go. Please. There are a few items. The ashes of the burned witch, the spider mandible, the coward's foot, the... what's it called? The bride's item. Show me the bride item. Wrong. B. Creation. It's fine. Whatever. Of course, we always do that for the tome to get increased stuff. Increased experience for Iratus. So let's finish off the day with this final combat, shall we? The Elite Worm, Conjuress, and Sorceress. What could possibly go wrong? Good question. I don't know. Although with 100 Digger Souls, Iratus might be getting something. Well, it's better to give some gambling? Gamble? Maybe. What else? What do you two share in common? Weapons. Weapons. We have no weapons.
It's no gold, but it will do.
Well, we do have weapons. We have no good weapon. Okay. We have one good weapon. Complain and ye shall receive.
Gold, but
okay. You know, that helps my situation, but it's also not what I was looking for. I was looking to expend my points so that I could, you know, get more stats and do more things. I actually don't know what. I guess we could try and push the Fair Lady's armor and resistance. Alright, sure. It's because I love you so much. Literally, I love the Fair Lady. So we'll get some more armor for her. Alright, what was I doing? Weapons. I can't believe we got legendary weapons. So we want Ward. Vigor. And for Iratus, the other legendary weapon. Attack. And now I'm one level away. The stats don't go anywhere these days. Sound like an old man. Alrighty then, we're fighting what we know. The fools that have come across us. Uh-oh, no. Okay. Question. Am I gonna have enough wrath? Don't make me use my potion. Potion it is.
Rivers will run red.
Because we're going to Finger of Death, the sorceress, and then off with her head.
Ooh, I didn't think it would be this easy.
69 mana. Nice. Nice. Lol. I may have forgotten about the trap. And that's why I got Ward first.
Make them suffer.
Because I knew. I knew. Boop. Do I just do this? No, we guarantee the kill. Oh, I missed a phone call. It might be an important phone call. I'll check it later. We're almost done. It can wait. Oh, wait. Let's get rid of your resistance, shall we?
Take everything from those you defend.
Although I guess it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. No, I don't think it does. This fire hurts a little bit, though. Just a little bit. It'll be fine. Alley-oop. Okay, that was no big deal.
You know, if this keeps up, I'll be done purging the world ahead of schedule.
The Ring of the Cruel Leprechaun. An interesting item, but it goes over...
It embellishes my undead features.
The Shackles of War. An interesting theory that I had with the ring... Well, I was discussing this with Kyurabets, our Dark Knight fan. This increases the crit hit by minions and enemies to deal 30% more damage. But there's a particular creation that cannot be critically hit. And now the Dark Knight's Lunge, this one, has plus 400% damage on crits. So, probably go for this one, the We Are Nothing, because it scales off of armor resistance. This one scales off debuffs. But that could be an interesting meme. Just like 4 Dark Knights constantly ramming their 400 plus 30% lunges into people's face. I could have taken that in a different direction, but I decided not to. But thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. We'll begin next time with yet another combat as we approach the end. As we approach yet another new boss and our final coffin to see if the Dark Gods will finally stop toying with us. Hopefully next time I can activate the Sharpened Bones, which are hilarious. But as I mentioned, there are a few pieces we're missing, specifically 2. And I would like, one of them is another Void Flame. I'd like this. I think the complete meme for it is Bone Golem first position, double shade, and then the Sharpened Bone on the Bride of Iratus with her unique item, which gives her like crit damage and stuff. Because you basically just sit in the final position and spam the ever-living crap out of Bloody Rose. It guarantees a crit, and it deals 225% crit damage. So, this could be an interesting ring or an interesting build with the Ring of the Leprechaun, actually. But we'll see when we get there. So thanks again for watching. Hope that you enjoyed, and I will see you next time to finish out this floor and continue our shenanigans. Bye-bye.